Howdy, folks. This is Mike. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold, so I sound a little bit more nasally than I normally do. I'm trying to record this on PowerPoint, so we shall see if this works. So I actually went to Urban Peak, Denver. This place was established in 1988, and it's a youth shelter that focuses on kiddos from 15 to 25. They're geared to help those who are homeless and those who are at imminent risk of being homeless. So, the services they offer are like an overnight shelter, a daytime drop-in shelter, which is actually where I volunteered. They do street outreach, so they'll go and they'll see kids and let them know the services they provide, and maybe be able to do some on-the-spot services right there for them. They do education and employment programming and some supportive housing. So I actually volunteered for Urban Peak in my undergraduate. So I had experience with setting it up, and I knew that it was very easy. There's no red tape. You just get on their website, you let them know that you want to cook breakfast or lunch, and then you show up. So there's no hassle. It's very, very seamless. So you can cook with you and a friend, and that's what I did with another classmate, or you could cook with a larger group of people, which is great. So if you have friends that want to do some volunteer work together, this is a great way for all of you to be able to get together and do something that's impactful. And Urban Peak will take care of all the aspects you need. They're gonna get the food. They're gonna make sure that you're set up when you get there to be able to cook and serve these kiddos. So it's just a really, really easy, wonderful experience. So my experience this time is that I arrived around 8 o'clock in the morning. The staff was very warm and helpful. They set up everything we needed. So they brought out the bacon, they brought out the eggs that we needed to make, they brought out the tater tots. They let us know exactly where things were and got us going very, very quickly. So we spent that first hour preparing the food, and then we spent about an hour and a half serving the food to the kids that came in. So I was able to interact with a wide range of kids while I was volunteering. We were seeing kids that were 15 years old to kids that were 24 years old. And they were at different levels cognitively, they were at different levels socially. But it was very interesting watching them, interact with us and then also interact with one another, seeing them in a space where they can, eat safely, talk with their friends, be able to prepare for the day. That was really important. Also, it was really important to watch the staff interact with these kids. They were always warm, they were always engaging. They knew all of their names. They were able to help them with any issues that they might be bringing up that would have happened the previous day. So that was very impactful. I was able to talk to the staff more about their experiences, and I was very interested in what happens after 25. And so after 25, they're not able to use the Urban Peak services anymore. So before their birthday, the staff will help that person prepare with other services for the future that cater to more adult needs with homelessness or employment or any of the things they might have to deal with. So that was great that, after 25, there are some options that the staff actively helps the person prepare for. So this really reinforced my path in this program. I came into this program thinking that I did want to work with teenagers and young adults, and doing this experience again really solidified that for me. I want to be able to help those who are at risk, especially in these types of situations. Watching the staff interact with them really connected that for me. I saw how impactful it was and how important it was, especially with this population. So for the theory, I really thought about Bronfenbrenner's Benner's ecological theory while I was there. So specifically the microsystem and the mesosystem. So for these individuals, a lot of those systems almost drop out when they experience homelessness or they're about to be homeless. So their family, their school, their peers, a lot of that could be changed very quickly. And Urban Peak does just this wonderful job of, bridging that gap. They're able to give them some connection with their peers in a safe space. They're able to give them support. They're able to give them guidance, maybe hook them up with schools or other ways of continuing their education or gaining employment. So programs like this are really important in that aspect, that, you know, when they do experience these issues, they can have something there to be able to help them out. So this also made me think of Erikson's stages of development. You know, specifically, I do think that, you know, these age ranges are whatever, but I'm going to talk about how, you know, at this point they might be experiencing identity versus role confusion. So during these adolescent ages, they're asking the question, who am I? How do I fit in this world? Kind of what is my purpose? And they're figuring that out, you know, both within themselves and socially. So they're looking for an identity. They're using exploration to find something that's congruent with themselves. And this is very important, according to Erikson, because if they're not able to have that time for self-exploration, that could lead to something he states as negative self-identity, so not congruent. They're just adopting an identity that is essentially given to them. Also, I think it's important to note that, you know, they'll be experiencing some of the intimacy versus isolation as well. So what they're looking for during this time frame is connecting with another person. It doesn't need to be a romantic connection, but it definitely needs to be something substantial where they're psychologically connecting with another human being, so that they don't feel so alone in this world. And if not, according to Erikson, that could lead to isolation in later life. So for my final thoughts, I would say that Urban Peak is a great opportunity for anybody who wants to volunteer. It's very easy to set up, and you and a friend or you and a group of friends can volunteer for a population that really needs it, and it is very impactful while you're there. If you don't want to cook breakfast, there's other ways that you can contribute, and that's their website. Thanks for listening to my little presentation. I hope everyone's well, and I'll see you in class. Bye.